All right, so today we're taking a look at this run play that the Birmingham Stallions ran against the Memphis Showboats during their Week 8 matchup of the 2024 UFL season. And the reason I want to look at this particular run play is because it does put a lot of pressure on the defenders to make sure that all the defenders are doing their job. If one player makes a mistake, this play can be for big yards or a good gain when it's run. And what it is it's essentially an outside zone read with a quarterback counter. You'll see what I mean because I'm going to run the play right here so you can see what's happening. And then we'll go back and just talk through exactly what each player is doing on this play. So you can see there it only gets about 6 yards. That's kind of because you don't get a great block. And the linebacker that's chasing is not able to be blocked. So there's some reason that the play doesn't go for that much. But you can just kind of get an idea of the difficulty this will have on any defense because you have to practice for this. At the snap, you saw Ricky Person Jr., who is the running back for the Stallions. He's going to take an angle. He's going to open up, run down the line, just like he's running outside zone out of the gun. Usually that's called stretch, so he's taking his angle just down the line. Adrian Martinez is reading the defensive end. You can barely see the defensive end's head, so I'm going to put an arrow right at him. This is the defensive end, and what we're reading for Adrian Martinez is if the end squeezes down, then we're going with the pulling, because of the pulling left tackle, then Adrian Martinez is going to give the ball to the running back. If instead defensive end widens with Person, then Martinez is going to pull the ball and he's going to follow the blockers that he has in front of him. So as you saw, we have the center. He's going to be pulling for counter, and the left tackle is pulling, leading around for counter. And then on the side where Person is going, we have Deon Cain, who's a wide receiver. Now, what it appears is that Deon Cain is supposed to get the first defender that shows outside of the defensive end who's being read. So here we have basically the Showboats run a 4-2-5. So this is a defensive back who's walked up on the line. So Deon Cain has to make sure to block this player because he's right up on the line. He's the one player that's not being read, and he can blow up the play. So this is a great job by Deon Cain of just engaging and preventing this play from being blown up at the point of attack. You have Spernberger, who's a tight end. He's going to be the one that leads out, and unfortunately, he doesn't get as great of a block. And I want you to watch our linebacker right here. It appears that his keys that he's being taught is to follow the running back, so he's following the running back. It's kind of become a thing now with defenses because of so much false pulling by offensive linemen that you're having a lot of teams instead have their linebackers go with the back. But that's where the pressure comes in on the defense, because if the end doesn't squeeze, then the linebacker's basically taking himself out of the play following the running back here, and that's why I'm saying it puts pressure on the defense. So I'll run the play again, and you can see everything that's happening. There's Deon Cain making a good block. This is not a great block by Spernberger because he lets himself, he's not aggressive enough. He's kind of waiting, hesitating. Instead of going, he kind of over commits to the outside. And because of it, it kind of holds up Person Jr. So again, we'll run the play. You can kind of see here, got to make that block. And you get only about 6 yards there, 6 to 7 yards. But still, it's been run. And now let's go to the second time that they run it because it gets a lot more yards. So they ran this play 2 times in the game. This is the second time they ran it. And it's really setting up. You know, they only ran it 2 times, but now as a defense, you have to prepare for this play. So instead of Spernberger this time, it's Marcus Baugh. I apologize if I say his name wrong. He's the tight end. He's the one right here who's going to lead out, and you're going to see that he does a much better job blocking. Notice that there is no defensive back down here. Here's our defensive end that's being read. So it's the same thing. So Deon Cain is going to do a lot better job blocking the linebacker, and he's kind of helped by the fact that the linebacker will hesitate. So let's run the play again. You can kind of see here the backer steps up, takes a flatter angle, and all Deon Cain has to do is just cut him off and reroute him. So let's go back again. Excuse me. Play. Notice this time, instead of immediately going, the backer steps up slightly. And now He's a little bit slow getting out, but it's a better job by Deion Kane and tight end. It's a 12-yard gain. So why is this put such pressure on the defense? Well, I kind of explained it. Remember, if you're a linebacker, what you're being taught, it's going to put real pressure on you. Some defenses still teach following the pulling lineman. So if these linebackers follow and he shifts with the pulling lineman, well, then he's out of position. The defender's out of the position as a linebacker for the running back who's got the play if the end has squeezed. If the end doesn't squeeze, then you're in a good spot. So it really puts you in a position of hesitation, and that moment's hesitation could be the difference of a first down, big gain, or making the stop on a play. And so that's why you're seeing, again, we'll run the play. He hesitates. Notice he's hesitating. Stop, steps up, and then he's reading, and now, oh, okay, I got to go. But because of it, it takes himself out of the way. The other thing that it does is now imagine if you're the next thing you add on, if you're the coach, is you add an RPO. Okay? So now we're going to run RPO. If this backer immediately is shooting, all you do is you replace him with Deion Kane. Just whoop, right here, inside. Okay? He's going to replace him, just straight up the line, act like he's coming to block him, and then straight up the line. Because remember, your linebacker right here might be widening, and then all of a sudden you've got this window for it to be thrown. So you add that element of RPO. Well, now it really is going to make the defense struggle. You might even just do that as part of this run play without anybody blocking to really, really mess with the defense's mind. So I just wanted to talk about this play because of it, because of the pressure that it puts. This is something that you see in a lot of college games. I know it's not necessarily made its way into the NFL, but you could see teams running it as you're getting more athletic quarterbacks, or more coaches are saying, what can I do to affect the defense to kind of influence them? So I think if you're a coach, an offensive coach, this is something that you should put in. I've seen it before where Oregon, for example, they, with Marcus Mariota, would run this same type of a play where it was outside zone with the running back, where Mariota was reading the end, and then it was actually outside zone the opposite direction as well, and Mariota would follow the blockers that way. So, I would be putting this in if I were an offensive coordinator. I think every team's offensive coordinator, if they've got a running quarterback, should be putting this in to really mess with defenses, and then you just build off of this play with little building blocks from here and there and all these types of things. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you enjoy this type of content, please make sure to subscribe. We'll see you next time, though. Have a great rest of the day. I want to give a shout out to all of our booster members that are supporting the channel. If you wish to have your name in a video just like this, please make sure to join at the link down below at the booster member or above. On the next screen, there will be another recommended video. It'll be a breakdown video, most likely. Check it out. See what you think of it. Some of them might be commentary, but most of my videos are breakdowns. We'll see you later, though, and have a good one.